Welcome to this episode with Siobhan Moylan, yoga teacher in Kilcornan in Clarinbridge in her studio, Setu. And I caught up with Siobhan. I went to her class and afterwards we had a chat. Her classes are amazing. Siobhan's focus, and we talked very much about yoga is for everybody. There's only 20% of the population that are hypermobile and flexible and can do all those lovely looking yoga poses that we see on Instagram. But yoga is not about the poses, it's not about the look, it's about connection, mind-body connection. And Siobhan's classes very much cater for the rest of us, the 80% of the population that are not hypermobile. Also love the chat that we had as well, that yoga, it really helps to build strength, core strength. It helps with our joints and our movement, and this is so important as we get older. It's just so important for us, regardless of our age. But that building of core strength that people don't really associate with yoga, and I know that's been something for me. I've trained as a yoga teacher over the last year with Siobhan, and I've really, really found that my core strength, I've just got stronger, which has been amazing. Siobhan caters for everybody, all abilities. There's people in our classes that might be in a chair and other people that would be on the floor, on the mat, on the yoga mat. It's so much about our connection to our bodies, our mind-body connection. And that's the core of the chat that I've had with Siobhan. So I know you'll enjoy this short chat, and we'll talk to you soon.
Or straight out in front. And just feel the whole weight of your body on the earth. All the parts of your body that touch the earth. And the parts that don't. And beginning to notice your breath as it goes in and out through your nose. Noticing how you are today, what's happening in your body. Anything you need to be a little bit more careful of now as we move into the physical practice. And then finding your ribs, placing your hands on your ribs and just getting a sense.
Great. Okay, so I'm here with Siobhan Moylan in Setu in Kilcornan in Clarinbridge, and I'm just after taking part in her wonderful yoga class this morning on Friday morning. A great workout, and also lovely relaxation at the end. But welcome, Siobhan.
Thank you, Julianne. Thank you for having me on the podcast. I'm delighted.
Great to have you on the first series that we're relaunching, and I've done your yoga teacher training.
Yes, and you did great.
It was brilliant. It was amazing experience. And one of the things that really came through for me is your yoga philosophy about accessible yoga.
Yes.
A friend of mine the other day said to me, "Oh, I'd love to do yoga, but I'm not flexible. I could never do all those flexible bodies." So really just talk to
I think that's
people.
the problem. I think people think yoga is just for flexible people.
Yeah.
Because what you see on social media, what you see on Instagram is all these young, flexible, bendy, beautiful people doing poses that nobody could ever do. And that's probably because they are hypermobile, and only about 20% of the population is hypermobile. But yet, somehow or other, it's those 20% who are drawn to yoga teacher trainings. Because they are bendy and flexible, they think that this is for them. And it's great, they can go out and they can teach the rest of their 20%. But that means that 80% of the population, yoga is not accessible for them. So really my goal is to bring it to the other 80%. It's a good business model because there's 80% of people out there who think they can't do yoga because they're too tight, they're too flexible, they can't get up and down off the floor with ease. So That's what I want.
Yeah, and that's amazing because
Yeah.
that's when I came to you many years ago. I had been kicked out of a yoga class,
Absolutely.
because I had a car accident, just to explain to people. So movement, mobility, all of that
Yeah.
wasn't there. So that's a huge
Yeah.
market.
Like yoga genuinely should be for everybody.
Yeah.
But people say that yoga is for everybody, but then they deliver classes that are not for everybody. So, like, what my thing is that everybody in the class should be able to do everything.
Yes. And I've noticed that even in the class this morning, they're always saying this option, that option.
Yeah. And just watching the room and see what's happening with people.
Yeah. You even have people here with some serious disabilities.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And I have a class where some of the people sit on the chairs and some of the people do yoga on the floor. Because those people, they feel they're not comfortable with getting up and down off the floor. But eventually, I'm hoping that they will.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a lovely mix there.
Yeah, exactly. But also, just because it is accessible doesn't mean that it has to be easy.
That was my next question.
Yes.
Yes.
So I liked that there should be a challenge.
Okay. So we're not talking easy peasy.
No.
Kind of, we do a few nice little things with you.
That's right. So it's a lot more than that. We're working on mobility.
Okay.
We're working on strength.
Yeah.
And a little bit on flexibility, but flexibility isn't really what it's at. It's like preparing ourselves for when we get older so that we'll be able to get up and down out of the floor if we fall.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to move around with ease, lift up stuff from the floor, reach up high to put the cups back up on the shelf. It's more functional mobility, really, than your classical yoga shapes.
Yes. Okay.
All those beautiful shapes that you see on Instagram, they're not it, really.
Yeah, you're not coming to the class and you love doing that posture.
Yeah. And also, we want people to feel comfortable in the class.
Yeah.
Irrespective of age, body size, shape, or ability. Yeah. And that, they should be able to walk in and feel safe.
Could you talk a bit about the benefits of yoga? Sometimes I say to the people, I'm trained as a yoga teacher and I'm passionate about yoga, and the benefits it's been to me has been amazing.
Yeah.
I did a half marathon there recently and I hadn't done the normal training. I had my miles, but not the normal intense training.
Yeah.
And I did an amazing half.
Imagine.
But I felt so good at the end of it. But that's down to the yoga.
Yeah, the joints are more mobile.
Yeah.
So your joints are more mobile, but it's also about the breathing. It is all about learning how to stay calm in a difficult situation. Because even when I put people into poses that they're not familiar with and that are a little bit uncomfortable, that the breathing helps them to get it through. That's why it's not just an exercise class.
Yeah.
It's not an exercise class. It's a mind, body, breath connection.
Yeah. So you're really connecting with your body within.
Exactly. And it's almost like a meditation, a moving meditation.
Yeah.
Because if you take your mind off what's happening here in this room, you're gone. It happened to me this morning, didn't it?
Yeah.
I had to say to Esther, where are we going next?
Yeah.
Because my mind wandered for a minute into my holiday.
Yeah.
And so then, So you have to be completely present. Yeah. It is the ultimate mindfulness. You have to be present in your body.
Yeah.
And it takes you out of your head. For that 1 hour, it takes you out of your head.
Yeah, which is amazing. I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about here. And that's the whole ethos of this podcast, Simply Holistic Living, is how do we access that kind of platform that will take us out of our heads?
Yes,
how do we,
exactly.
So yoga is one path.
It is.
Into that.
It is. And I think that it's a very powerful path.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because you have the exercise element of it, moving the joints and moving in various positions, but you're moving with the breath, so everything it's coordinated. And most people feel great at the end.
And do you put that down to you have a lot of emphasis on the breath?
Yes.
From different classes I've gone to, different teachers, and you're very strong on the breath.
Yeah. So that's I do.
Yeah.
And the longer exhales to slow down the nervous system and and also taking pauses. Give the challenge, but also give the rest.
Give the rest. And the nervous system, that's what I mean, that's what really struck me with the yoga teacher training is how much the yoga does for the nervous system.
Yeah. Most people today are in the fight or flight, the sympathetic nervous system, because we're rushing from one thing to another. Even the external world, what we see in the news, the anxiety, the stress, the need to be achieving. Most people are in that, and they haven't got the balance.
Yeah.
And I think yoga really helps with that.
So we're talking about yoga. Brings you into that parasympathetic?
That's right, into the parasympathetic, the rest and digest.
Okay.
The rest and digest.
Yeah. So we're moving. Is there some of yoga that's going, it's going from sympathetic to parasympathetic? Is it? So
we did that this morning.
Yeah.
So we were in the sympathetic. We were creating a little bit of stress when we were doing the stuff that was challenging.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then we were winding down at the end, then coming back into the parasympathetic so that we could rest at the end.
Yeah.
So we like to go from the beginning, lying on the floor. I always start lying on the floor because most people cannot sit cross-legged in the beginning of a class.
Okay.
So we begin from the floor, we lie down, we check in with the breath, we slow everything down, and then we build a little heat in the middle of the class. Do some challenging poses, and then we slow it all down again so that, and the 10 minutes of Shavasana at the end, the rest is non-negotiable.
Yes, okay. Big part.
That is a big part of yoga.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it all very different from a HIIT class or a strength and conditioning class.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes it may feel like we're doing the same stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's that emphasis.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the breathing and the relaxation at the end.
Yeah, I certainly would definitely encourage people to check out what you're doing here. If you're in the Galway area,
yes, thank you.
Come to Kilcornan, to Setu, to Siobhan.
Yeah, and we have a lot of classes.
Yeah,
a lot of classes for everybody.
Yeah. You've all kinds of things going on here in the studio.
Yeah. This is a complete holistic studio.
Yeah.
We have a multitude of therapists.
Yeah.
From like your clinical psychologist to people who do Reiki, craniosacral therapy, massage, acupuncture. We have everything.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that we don't have actually at this point. There's 42 therapists here altogether between everybody.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it's your go-to place for your well-being.
Yeah. So it's definitely...
And the other thing too that's very important for healthy aging is that sense of community. Yeah. And I think we try to really, focus in on that here.
Yeah, I noticed that when I come here to classes, there's always great chat beforehand, great chat afterwards. People aren't running out the door.
Yes. And people make friends.
Yeah.
And we encourage people to linger on and have a coffee or go for a walk in the woods afterwards. Yeah. So I think it's a great place for people who want to make connections.
Yeah, and of course that it's not all about, as you say, exercise. It's that whole kind of picture.
Community, everything.
Connecting with our tribe. That we're,
exactly.
All of that. You also had the yoga teacher training that I just finished.
That was our first ever yoga teacher training, so you were like our guinea pigs. But there was myself, Anita, and Kelly. So Kelly did all the Ayurvedic side of things, which is the medicine of yoga. She did the pranayama, which is the breathing, and the meditation, the philosophy. And Anita is a physio, so she did the anatomy side of it, because I do feel that being anatomically aware is important too, so that you can see how people are moving, so that you can help to protect people from getting injuries. People get a lot of injuries in yoga.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
Because they're not mindful of their bodies. They're not engaging their muscles. They're moving into their flexibility. And
I've been trying to get into that pose that looks cool.
The elusive
That's
pose on
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Or what the teacher is doing. So
Yes.
it's very important that the teacher is a role model.
Yeah.
That the teacher isn't showing off and doing inaccessible poses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that the people in the room can see, oh, I could do that. Maybe
Yeah.
not today, but maybe next week I could try that.
Yeah. So it's important for anybody, if they can come here to Kilcornan, to check out different teachers.
Yes,
And
exactly.
see what suits them.
Yes, we have other teachers here, plenty of really good teachers who do different styles of yoga. But I think, and even though it says mixed level on my classes, I like to think that that is genuinely mixed level.
Yeah. Yeah.
That anybody from the beginner to the advanced yogi can come. But what is advanced yogi anyway? What does that even mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
you, your body, and your journey.
absolutely,
With that.
absolutely.
Are you going to do any more yoga teacher training courses?
Yes,
If
we're
anybody's
starting. Yes, if anybody's interested, we're starting in September.
Right.
It runs over 13 months, 1 weekend a month for 13 months.
Okay.
And I believe it's a really good yoga teacher training because of the combination of the three of us and our three different skills.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I know from people who are listening or thinking about it, the combination of Kelly, the Ayurvedic medicine, the origins of it, and then yourself and Anita, the anatomy.
Yeah.
It just worked.
Because I think
very
it's
well.
important to, and also the fact it's 200 hours, you wouldn't want to be listening to one person for 200 hours. It breaks it all up.
Yeah, yeah. Lots of variety.
Lots of
as well,
variety,
you know.
2 hour blocks of a teacher, and then and we have lovely breakfast every morning,
Yeah,
don't
absolutely
we?
gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Which we all eat together.
And you
so
don't need to be, I don't know if I'm going to teach yoga. I may do. But what I say if anybody's listening.
oh yes,
and
it's just to learn more.
That's,
Because yoga isn't just the asana, the poses. Yoga is so much more.
yeah.
And even though I've been practicing for nearly 20 years now, I mean, there's still stuff that I'm learning all the time.
Yeah. It's
really.
And
Like
I
I've been focusing a lot on the physical myself.
Yeah.
And it's only now that I'm really, even from being around Kelly during the training, that I really feel like I want to delve deeper into the philosophy myself now.
Yeah. 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 That brings it into the depths.
It
of
brings
yoga,
it into a whole new
Yeah.
level. It really does.
Yeah. So if anybody's thinking about it, I just encourage people, to
Come
check
and
it
take
out.
a class and see what you think.
And the yoga teacher training, you don't have to decide that you're going to be a teacher.
Yes.
That, for me, it's just transformed my yoga. And
Yes.
who knows, I might do a little bit of teaching locally, but it's a lovely
Yes.
time out. You want to gift yourself that.
Yeah, I think the weekends
your
were very
health.
pleasant. They weren't
Amazing.
very stressful. And we had a lovely bunch of people who did the training. And I think a lot of you will be friends now.
Yeah.
You made new
Absolutely.
friends and people to connect in with.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
And great to have you come on.
Thank you,
podcast this
Julia.
morning.
Thank you.
And is there any simple breath work that people listening in that they could do during the day? Is there any,
Well, my favourite one
your favourite?
is the just breathing in for the count of 4, breathing out for the count of 6.
Okay.
So when you make your exhales longer,
Okay.
you soothe the nervous system, really helps to slow you down. It's so simple.
Okay.
It's so accessible. You don't need to do any fancy breath work.
Okay.
Just breathe in
In through your nose.
through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simple. Even after one breath like that, don't you feel already better?
You do. And that resets the nervous system.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're stuck in traffic, which is a big thing in Galway,
Yeah.
use that breath.
So there you go. That's one
That's
thing you
it.
can take
Easy
away
peasy.
from
Yes.
this lovely, simple bit of breath to do.
Yeah.
To reset your nervous system.
Exactly,
during the day.
'cause
Whether if you're
It's all about the nervous system, really.
That's it. That's
At the end of the day,
you
it's-
can have whatever fancy
poses you want,
but it's about how we are inside.
how you feel inside emotionally.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Siobhan, I'm looking forward to doing more with you in courses, and thanks so much. And thanks to we've recorded a little bit of the class at the beginning as well, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So my takeaway from the chat with Siobhan is that yoga is a very healing practice. It's a mind-body practice. It's a mind-body moving meditation. It really helps us to connect with ourselves, with who we really are. It helps us to be present, and the power of the breath, the slowing down of the breath to help to slow down the nervous system. And I love the breath exercise that she gives at the end, and that's something that maybe you could take away from this, and I'm certainly going to be doing it and do it during the day. Breathing in through your nose for 4 and breathing out through your nose for 6. And as Siobhan says, it's that longer exhale that really helps to slow down the nervous system and bring us into that rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system to calm us down. And this is what's, again, lovely about yoga. At the end of each practice, there is this relaxation, shavasana, that really does help to calm us. But we can do that ourselves during the day with this breath. So if you want to try now, breathing in through your nose for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, and breathing out through your nose for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And feel how good that feels. Just sit still and feel how that feels. And that's a very simple breathwork exercise that you can do anytime during the day to help you stay calm and grounded. We'll talk to you soon.